Hi fans, and welcome to the Peter McAleenan Gym here in Sussex, New Brunswick. I'm Bill Gibson here for Thursday night Maritime Women's Basketball Association action, joined by Coach Madeline Belding of the Port City Fog. Madeline, this game is for first place in New Brunswick and the bye to the semi-final.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a great game. You know, two teams we've been battling all year. Unfortunately, we haven't played each other since the start of May. But it's a good one, and what better night to have it here in Sussex?
Yeah, so. It's a sort of a neutral site gym. There's no big ships that come in here to Sussex, but Sussex, I would think, is going to lean towards Port City in this matchup.
Listen, I don't think this is a neutral site game. Okay, I can't say it's neutral when I'm from here. So this is exciting for me. Obviously, playing with coaching Reese, who's one of the best players to come out of this space, and you know, Kaylee's got ties here to Sussex as well with her parents. So it's, you know, technically neutral, but not really neutral.
Yeah. It's exactly, and we did find a couple Fredericton fans here from the Sussex area that had some connections to the Freeze team as well.
Of course.
You said you haven't played the Freeze since early May. Was really the tip-off game of the season. Come from behind win for your team. A couple days later in Fredericton, the game went the other way. So 1-1. They were both fairly close. Could have went either way.
Absolutely.
Expecting a lot of the same here tonight.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great game. I mean, they're a fantastic team. And I've been saying it all season. New Brunswick teams, we've really stepped it up this year, and it's so good for the league, and it's so great. You know, we're just drawing in more and more great players that want to play in this space, because it's not just competitive, but it's so great for development as well. So I can't wait to see where we go, but I got to focus on tonight.
And both of these teams have grown.
Absolutely.
Since there's been a few players additions since that time. You're down a couple tonight.
Of course. Yeah, we are, and that's okay. I mean, we knew that coming in, and you know, it gives an opportunity for some people to play a lot more minutes than maybe they would normally, but it's all getting everybody ready for next weekend in St. John. So we want to make sure that they feel as good as possible going into next weekend.
Yeah, and as you said, you've got Kaylee Kilpatrick in your back pocket, and she is here, the league's leading scorer, and in my view right now, the front runner for MVP.
I mean, I'm a little biased, but yeah, she's been playing phenomenal. And I mean, you know, anyone that knows Kaylee, she's not just a great player, she's a great person. So I'm just thrilled to have her on our squad, and you know, she's been having a phenomenal year so far.
All right, thanks, Coach. I'll let you get back to your team.
I appreciate it.
Folks, come on back in a couple minutes. I'll get around the other side of the desk, and we'll get the tip-off underway.
Awesome. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Cheers. Thank you.
Good evening once again, fans, and welcome to the Peter McAleenan Gymnasium here at Sussex Regional High School. Thursday night Maritime Women's Basketball Association action. I'm Bill Gibson, joined on headset now by Brad James. Brad, as Madeline Belding teed up for us in the pre-game interview, this game is for first place in New Brunswick. There's a whole lot of scenarios there that we've all played out multiple times this week to figure out just how the tiebreakers go. But ultimately, it boils down to this game. First place in New Brunswick, the bye to the semifinal. That means the loser will go to the loser of tonight's game. Will go to the quarterfinal matchup, which would be against the third place team in Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia teams are all settled. As we sit here today. So this is really what's left to be settled in the standings, surprisingly. Quick season.
Nobody told me there'd be math. This is great. The season's coming down to a close on the weekend, and to have a game of this magnitude for points in the standings means a lot. So both teams are certainly aware of it. Both coaching staffs are more than aware of it. It's great to play 3 games championship weekend, but nobody wants to play 3 straight games if you get the quarterfinal and get all the way to the final, that's for sure. Yeah,
and we saw last season that it doesn't really matter. The Halifax Hornets proved that, going all the way, from the quarterfinal to the semifinal, right on to the final, and walked away with the inaugural. Can't talk this evening for some reason. That's a couple screw-ups I've had already. The inaugural Legacy Cup Championship. We'll get it straightened out here.
Get it straightened. Oh yeah, once game time. That's what they bring you here for, Gibby. Is for your game time.
Yeah,
not all about pregame. No, it's that's the beauty too. Some people talk, well, if it's the best 2 out of 3 or best 3 out of 5, and that's in any sport, whether it's ACAA, AUS, doesn't matter. It's a single game, and who shows up on any given day, and that's what makes it fun here.
Yeah, absolutely, and couldn't be in a better basketball town than we are this evening. Sussex, always one of my favorite New Brunswick places to come. I know not always a favorite of Fredericton teams to come in here, to play in this gymnasium or other sports in Sussex. But I'm a big fan of the Sussex area and some of the sights and tastes of Sussex as well. It's always fun for me to come, here to the Dairy Town. So
a ton of history in this town in terms of basketball. You just look at the banners here, and many players that are in the MWBA will have played here in the Dairy Town Classic as high school players, of course. So pretty amazing reach that the town has, and certainly connections now with Aaron McAleenan from Sussex, now the head coach of the University of New Brunswick Reds. So it's steeped in tradition.
Having the starters introduced now, first for the Freeze, who are the visitors. Kylie Speedy, 5th in league scoring at 16.1 points a game. Robbie Daly is going to wear number 9. Katie Butts wears number 11. She is 6th in league scoring at 14.6. Allie McCarthy wearing 14 is 4th in league scoring at 16.7.
And big news today, or yesterday, coming down too on Allie, signing with the University of Ottawa.
Yes, that's now out there and announced. Katie McAfee is our final free starter at over 10 points a game. So 4 starters that average double digits, and the 5th that's just a little bit behind that at 9.6 points per game. And talk about scores, there's one right there in Courtney Thompson. Where's number 5? Thompson about 8 points a game for the Freeze. Grace Tilley out of Rosse and Bishop's University at 9.7 points per game. Erin Ingalls, number 8, St. George UNB, 6.2 points per game. League's leading scorer, Kaylee Kilpatrick, number 18, at 18.7 points per game. And there's Reese Baxendale, whose basketball resume is extremely long, and hometown pride here of Sussex Apahawkway, I believe is the exact place, but just in the highway here. Reese is going to wear number 9. Have the national anthem here, and then we'll be set for tip. edition of the anthem here.
Oh, multi-talented as well, singing "Oh Canada" and working the score table.
Yes,
can't beat that.
You can't beat that at all. Officials for this one, McGrattan, Brown, and Patterson. Good Southern New Brunswick crew. So it'll be Katie Butts and Kaylee Kilpatrick on the tip. These teams, as mentioned, couldn't be much more evenly matched. Both 5-3 records, 1-1 against each other. Both went 1-1 on the weekend against Halifax. Both have extremely talented post players. Lots of strong guard and wing play on both teams. Not much to choose from, and not surprised that these clubs are both at 5-3 and battling here for top spot in New Brunswick. Kilpatrick wins the tip for Thompson. Kilpatrick on the spin and shot, a little too strong, rebound for Butts. Katie McAfee loses the handle but keeps it. Speedy, she can shoot from there. Take away from Grace Tilley on the pass to Robbie Daly. Kaylee Kilpatrick now going to show off the point guard skills. Shoots the long one, rebound for Allie McCarthy. McCarthy will play point here this evening, a good deal for the Freeze. Daly looking for Butts, now McAfee. And inside for Robbie Daly, who can't get the lay-in to go down. Rebound taken by Kilpatrick, off for Baxendale. Baxendale drove on Butts, and they will be teammates this next season at UNB. Good run by Courtney Thompson to intercept that long lead pass for Robbie Daly. Takes a pretty good athlete to outrun Robbie Daly.
Oof. Like the wind she runs. Both teams right now give you look like they're trying to force things. Reese will knock it down, though. Don't see that very often.
Yeah, no, just a little too strong there. Rebound for Daly. Inside, McCarthy, McAfee. Thought we had our first points of the game. Katie McAfee on her own rebound. Out for Speedy. Looking inside for Butts. Long arms of Kaylee Kilpatrick take that away. Erin Ingalls. She's got the spin, front rimmer there. Rebound, Katie Butts. That's a couple for Butts already on the boards.
Seen this movie before, too. Slow starts for both teams, both head-to-head games. It's like there's some tinfoil over those rims early.
Yeah, I think they know they're so evenly matched. They know what each other wants to do, that it just gets a little hard in the early going until they settle into the rhythm. Kilpatrick on the rebound for Tilley. Now Ingalls in the corner. Kilpatrick, long three. Back rim, rebound McCarthy. Allie's going to look to spin and move on the run. Speedy launches a three. Tipped out. Butts corrals a rebound, but that was McCarthy that kept the ball alive.
Incredible instincts by Allie McCarthy. Incredible.
Yeah, and just calmly drains the jump shot. Ottawa is getting a good one in Allie McCarthy.
And for those that don't follow Allie or follow the MWBA, she played 2 years at the University of North Dakota, NCAA Division I. She is, I say she doesn't have a spine the way she moves around. It's crazy. She's Gumby.
You see a little bit of the flexibility of Allie McCarthy there, able to reach behind. Maybe we'll see another look on the rebound. Just watch the flexibility of McCarthy. Not sure how she got back around to get that ball and draw the tie up. Katie Daly will check in for Coach Kevin Daly. Katie averaging 7 points in 4 games played for the Freeze this season. Katie Butts for three. That is a dangerous weapon if she's consistent from out there. Very smooth looking release for Katie Butts. 5-0 Freeze early going.
Fredericton missed Butts dearly on the weekend in Halifax as well. Just that presence, rebounding, and that touch that you just saw, Bill.
Yeah, you didn't see her use that a whole lot at UNB, and there's McCarthy again. Freeze, 2 from deep, up 8-0 here on the Fog. Length of Butts there again, deflected that pass, but it's Ingalls inside. Good defense by Daly, and Ingalls can't get it to go over the rim. Speedy thought about the three. Now we'll step back and take one. That one looked pretty good release there as well from Kylie Speedy. Baxendale picked off by McCarthy. McCarthy's going to draw the game's first foul. It's going to go on Kaylee Kilpatrick, will be her first. Jenny Enqua checks in for Katie Butts for the freeze. Timeout taken by Port City. Brad, strong start here by Fredericton.
Yeah, started out with a couple of misses, but then once you connect, like you said, if you get that rhythm going, it just feeds off through your teammates. Fredericton has a bunch of players that don't mind shooting the three. On the St. Port City side, Reese Baxendale, and as we've seen, Kaylee Kilpatrick doesn't mind jacking it up by the arc either.
Yeah, and Grace Tilley, very dangerous. To me, the Port City team, in the games that I've seen, and I think I've seen all the Port City games this year, at least portions thereof, if not the entire game. They are the most dangerous when Tilley is on from the outside. That game in Moncton, one of the best games of the year in the league, for sure. Grace Tilley put together a great game. The comeback game in game one, Grace Tilley made a few of those key three-pointers.
Yeah, her three actually turned the tide in that fourth quarter in that
really
league's opening game. In some ways, it seems like a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago. It was May 5th or 6th or whatever it was. MWBA, 10-game regular season, and then a weekend championship, which is coming up at TD Station in St. John, which is, a week from
tomorrow.
Tonight, we'll be preparing for everything. So everything's going to come out this weekend. And we've got a key game going on in Halifax as we speak. The Thunder looking to go perfect in the regular season again, playing Windsor. It all wraps up this weekend. Fredericton's home on Saturday against Moncton, and then the Mystics will host Port City on Sunday. So.
Yeah, and I think Windsor has the Hornets to wrap up as well weekend.
On Saturday.
Yep. Daly uses the screen, now runs into Kilpatrick. Outside for McCarthy. Robbie Daly in the post. For Kylie Speedy, one to shoot. She's got to get one up. She does. Got rim, but didn't really have a great chance for that one to go in. That's Baxendale on the run. She's going to penetrate off glass court too.
Kilpatrick defensively is so intimidating to shoot against. You look and you see that 6'4" wingspan. She's rejected a lot of players just turning around saying, I'm not challenging that.
There's McCarthy again. She's going to go, I was going to say into the painted area, but it's not the painted area here. She goes into the key, draws the foul. Backcourt change coming for the freeze. Eve McDonald and Leah Bowers check in. Jessica Carapace is in for Port City.
Eve McDonald's a fascinating story. She played for Fredericton High, won a couple of provincial championships with the Black Cats. Ended up playing AUS soccer for the University of New Brunswick Red. She's a fierce defender. Great story. She hasn't played basketball in over 4 years, and it's a love of hers, and she's come out and fit right in with the freeze.
And she's looked better and better as the season's gone on. The shooting touch has come back for Eve, and certainly, as you say, the defense and energy that she brings. There's another steal by McCarthy. I think that's 2 or 3 for Allie in this one. There is Eve for Katie Daly. Little power step move, blocked inside. That's Kilpatrick. Can't go underhanded against Kilpatrick.
She'll swat that away.
Baxendale will pick up the foul. That's going to be out on the floor, I believe. No, we're going to shoot 2. Miss on the first, just under the 5-minute mark here, opening quarter. Baxendale on the second, give her 3 points on the game. Katie Daly gets free off the screen, can't make the shot. There's Eve McDonald who corrals the rebound. Katie Daly inside is blocked by Kilpatrick, but fouled by Carapace. Checking in for Port City is Lauren Harris.
Harris spent some time here as well as a high school player at St. Malachy's Memorial High School in St. John, would have played in a couple of dairy towns. went on to play at the University of Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, exactly. Daly's good on the second. 8-point Fredericton lead. Courtney Thompson on the penetration is going to draw a foul. Going to go on Leah Bowers. Good work there by Courtney just to use the body. Great replay from the folks at Aurora Productions who are on board here in the Dairytown.
Courtney Thompson is not the biggest player on the court, that's for sure, but her heart certainly extends beyond that. Former AUS scoring champion with Dalhousie out of Simons High School in East St. John. Tougher than a Zeller's steak, Gibby.
You have to be coming out of Sussex, don't you? I mean, out of Simons?
Out of Simons, absolutely. CVs, hold on to your emails.
Oh, I think that's a compliment.
It is, absolutely.
Being tough. Oh, called on the travel there. Thought that could have been a foul, but travel called first. Gets subs in. Amelia Mitchell, number 12, checks in for Port City. Jaden Penny, first action of the day for the Freeze. And Katie McAfee back in. That's McAfee guarding Thompson. To the corner for Harris. Erin Ingalls, three-pointer. Too strong. Mitchell knocks the rebound out of bounds, but it goes off of Bowers. Baxendale back in for Ingalls. A lot of action there on the inbound, just kind of a spread set. Good defense by McAfee to block Thompson.
I like there's a giveaway there. He's got to just throw the ball, but I like the fact that that wasn't called a foul. When too many times just getting hand on the ball is called. That's where you just have to put that ball away there, Bill, and make that right choice. You don't want to give.
Yeah, you don't want to give the ball back there once you've already done that. Baxendale inside, outside. Little sidestep and three-pointer made by Amelia Mitchell. Mitchell, a present-day Mount Allison Mountie.
It's amazing how many turnovers end up in the bucket as well.
It is amazing.
To magnify it. Port City making a comeback here. It was down, now finding.
That was 8-0 Freeze. Now within 3 points, and there's a steal from Carapace. He's going to get right to the rim. Outside for Baxendale. Doubled up top. That's a lot of length, doubling Baxendale, but she dribbles right through it. McAfee for Bowers. Ahead for Jaden Penny. Nice cross-court pass for McDonald. Back around top, and the Freeze reset. Oh, McDonald again. Quickness on the rebound. That's two this possession. Eve McDonald. 7 to shoot. Bowers looking inside, taken away by Baxendale. Now it's Port City on the push.
Freeze turning the ball over too.
Oh, nice move inside by Mitchell. Couldn't get the shot to go down. That was a real nice reverse step.
Mitchell part of that Mount Allison team that was ranked #1 for most of the season at CCAA level.
Yeah, certainly finished the season there, and tough break in the ACAA final.
Yeah, one game, and that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? That's the same as the MWBA. It's you can have one bad quarter and it can sink a season.
Yeah, and they were all close games that they played all season long versus Mount St. Vincent. Of course, more MWBA connections there as well.
That's the beauty of the MWBA. It's 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon all over the place. It's somebody played for somebody or knows somebody or grew up playing with. If you look at Kylie Speedy from Fredericton, I mean, a lot of these players were her babysitter when Kylie's dad, Jeff, was coaching UND.
Baxendale miss on the second. Still Rowe fights for the rebound, but loses it out of bounds. Rowe, Speedy, and Robbie Daly have checked back in for the Freeze, including Katie McAfee and Jaden Penny on the court. Mitchell for Baxendale, a two-pointer ties us. after the great freeze start. Baxendale's going to take one, front rim. Mitchell on the rebound, but it's Speedy who takes it away for Robbie Daly. Daly, tricky dribble, fouled by Reese Baxendale. Reese didn't think so.
No. 2 on Baxendale. That's going to get Courtney Thompson up.
And Kaylee Kilpatrick will come back in as well. Freeze them and stuck here at 11 for a little bit. They could use some points.
Let's take a look around. Crowd filled in nicely, as it usually does in Sussex.
Crowd has filled in nicely. This is a basketball town, no question. Of course, this game being put on by Sussex Minor Basketball, Sussex Regional High School here in the Peter McAleen Gym. Game sponsors today, Sussex Horse Sports and Be Ready Healthcare. I like that name. That's what that one just rolls off. The Be Ready Healthcare.
Be ready.
Out of bounds over to Fredericton after the one free throw make by Daly. Bill Durling off the foot of Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick just such a difference on the court. The defense is she's extremely long and quality. Yeah, in the right place seems all the time. Durling on the drive, kicks outside for Speedy. Speedy for 3. That one rimmed back out.
Nice look by Durling too, through traffic.
Yeah, it was a real nice look. There's a takeaway by Daly. Pass forced a little bit, but Robbie Daly fights to get it back. Inside for Kylie Speedy. Speedy up off glass, rebound for Jessica Carapace. 2 points somewhere there that the Free should have had on one of those, you would think, wouldn't you?
Had some chances. Those that don't know as well, Robbie Daly was a track star, so you can see it. A lot of turnovers, both teams.
Yeah, these teams know each other well, had a lot of time to look at tape. Penny on the long shot. Chases down the rebound, though. Kilpatrick looking for some help on the boards, and finally the Freeze get a 2-pointer to go down again. That's Robbie Daly who connects. Into the final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Tilly for Carapace. 3-pointer bounces off and into the hands of Katie McAfee. Ahead for Penny. Shot clock is off. Freeze can play for the last one. They're not going to wait. Daly puts the shot up. Rebound Kilpatrick. Lead pass for Courtney Thompson. 4 on the clock. Thompson, too strong. Had a lot more time than that.
Well, artistic merit through 10 minutes wouldn't be off the charts, that's for sure, but the passion and the emotion is there.
Yeah, absolutely. The passion and the emotion are there. There's a lot on the line here, as we've already talked about. These two teams know it. And a few other things here as we take the break. Already talked about the game sponsors. Port City Fog Skills Clinic, that goes on this weekend, Brad. 9th and 10th at UNBSJ, $25 per session. High school athletes and younger in that. Lots of information on the Port City Fog Facebook page. Coaches can observe for free. Special guest coach, Francesco Nani, has coached more than 10 years at every level in Italian basketball, from youth teams, many professional players, assistant in the Italian First League, also known in the basketball community for his approach player development, having led camps in Italy, Czech Republic, Sweden, the U.S., and he's currently working in the NBA pre-draft process, helping players get ready for the draft. So
pretty solid resume.
Pretty solid resume for a guest coach for the Skills Clinic.
It's great to see the Fog doing that as well, just giving back to the community as well, Bill.
Yeah, for sure. And you're interested in that. Check out the Port City Fog Facebook page. I'm sure they'll get in touch with you as well if you reach out on that one. We've talked already, Brad, about the Legacy Cup next weekend at TD Station. Tickets are now on sale. Check the website earlier. So Friday, 2 crossover games. They will be the 2-3 games. Game times are 6 and 8.
6 and 8 on Friday?
Yeah, Saturday would be the consolation game. The losers of the semis, or losers of the quarters, And then the semifinals would go. Sunday would be the third place game and the championship game. Day passes are only $11.50. About half that, $5.75 if you're a student or senior.
I don't qualify yet. What are you looking at me for?
Well, I was checking the math there. Weekend passes, $28.75 courtside. Tickets a bit more than that. TD Station, you can get yourself there to the Legacy Cup. Tickets available now. Of course, lots will be available walk-up. But get your tickets in advance. What's going to happen that weekend, Brad?
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. I think it's great that the MWBA is going on such a big stage. At St. Mary's last year was fantastic. Hopefully the fans come out. And remember, under 14 is free as Kylie Speedy just scores a nice spin-around bucket. Get out and see this product because it is, to borrow the old NBA slogan, it is fantastic.
It is. It's an absolute fantastic product. And pleased to be here in Sussex, as I'm pleased to be, in any of the gyms that I've been in this season, last season. And we've been in a few. This year we got up to Miramichi for preseason game. We're here. Nice basketball hotbed, and there's several others that the WNBA could come to.
Yeah, we've talked to especially our Nova Scotia teams as well of playing some neutral site games, whether preseason or what have you, just to bring the product to some of the places that don't normally see it. And I think it's fantastic. Like, we're already talking next year about going to St. Stephen for a preseason game. I think that's Sussex, Woodstock, and certainly some other places in Nova Scotia that are basketball crazy as well.
Yeah, St. Stephen would be, I think, an absolute gem of a place to go for a game of some sort. And we'll get into that a little bit more. We'll come back to the play-by-play here for a bit. That's Speedy off Kilpatrick's foot.
Kick save and a beauty.
Kick save and a beauty. So the Freeze got the first 2 points here of the quarter. They're leading 14-9 at the end of the first. That's Speedy with Robbie Daly, Katie McAfee, Renee Goodman on the screen. And Goodman there on the rebound. Goodman is a great athlete. Can't get the putback to go. And Ali McCarthy on the tip there for the Fog. We've got Tilly, Ingalls, Carapace, Kilpatrick, and Courtney Thompson. That's Carapace on the drive. Got a foul on the floor. Called on the drive. Carapace is quick.
That first step is a lightning bolt. We talked about Renee Goodman in terms of what this league represents, and had an opportunity to attend Oxford University. She's going to McGill for her master's in physics. It's just a tremendous person, athlete, and obviously student. Just another story in this league. It's full of them.
And an incredible teammate. Just incredible teammates.
Just in practice and game situation, and every team has those players. They're the glue, and they may not get the headlines. They may not get the statistical data and the Player of the Week nominations, but they're the players that just make you want to come to the gym.
Yeah, you can see it in the games, and I've been privileged to attend, thanks to you and Coach Daly, some of the Freeze practices. You can see it there as well. Ingalls knocks down the three-pointer. That closes the gap substantially. Baxendale will set the check back in. Speedy uses the Butts screen. Now back outside for Katie Butts. That could be her second three-pointer. That one's a little too strong. Tilly for three. Big rainbow there. Doesn't find the pot of gold. But the lay-in on the nice pass from Erin Ingalls does. Butts on the inside. Nice finish there by Katie Butts. Gives Butts 5 points on the game. There you see the nice catch. She gets space on Kilpatrick. Even the length of Kilpatrick can't bother that one. Kilpatrick looking for the answer, but it's Butts on the carom. Off to McCarthy. Back for Katie Butts. She's going to shoot the three-pointer again. That one looked pretty good. Little back rim job. Kilpatrick's going to shoot that one. Finally gets one to go down. Needed a little four-wheel drive to get that over the front of the rim, but
she shook her head after that one too, finally.
Speedy draws the foul. That's not the person you want to send to the line if you're the Port City Fog.
Port City on the weekend, 21 for 21 from the line. I mean, that's incredible.
That is incredible. That's something you don't see very often.
Because the teams aren't in the gym 7 days a week, but still, to go 21 for 21 is that's quite a stat.
Speedy, one of the better free throw shooters in UNB history by percentage. Into the mid-80s is Kylie in the AUS career. Of course, just as soon as I say that, it always happens. I always jinx them when I say that they're an outstanding free throw shooter. I'm going to stop doing that. Oh, good closeout by Katie Butts to force that ball to the corner. Nice work by the Port City Fog, though, to beat that with the baseline pass, and Lauren Harris on the dive and score. Speedy can answer. Port City can take the lead with any points here up this trip, and they get it on the lay-in from Harris. Nice look-away pass from Courtney Thompson. 8-point Freeze lead has disappeared. The three-pointer from Robbie Daly. Not sure you call Robbie Daly an unsung hero, Brad, but quietly a quality player. Does a lot of hard work on the defensive end as well.
Her competition level as well is off the charts, and amazing, an opportunity to play with her sister, play against her another sister, Kelsey McLaughlin, who plays in Moncton. So, and of course Kevin's the head coach. And Robbie's married to Fredericton assistant coach Anthony Ash, so there's all kinds of family connections there. I think they talk about basketball a lot.
Yeah, I think probably a little bit. Referees disagreed on the call there, but it is Dan Patterson who overrules. And ball stays with the Fog, but Fredericton on the interception. And again, McCarthy's involved in that. Katie Daly, outside for Katie Butts. Butts on the keeper. Now Robbie Daly again. Didn't get a good release on that one. No spin on that shot, Brad, when she let it go.
Flat.
Yeah.
Jaden Penny back in for Fredericton, brings energy.
Yeah, I like what Penny can bring here. She's probably not going to score you 15 a game, but brings length, brings energy, just a tenacious defender. You have several on this Freeze team. For those who don't know, Brad is the owner. Is that what you call you of the Freeze?
I don't know what you call me. Call me anything you want, I guess. But I am from St. John, so I have a foot in both.
Yeah, you're
corners,
the biggest St. John fan that I know. And to be honest, folks, get yourself to St. John for the Legacy Cup. The St. John area is absolutely spectacular. I was, being from Fredericton myself, I always like to poke fun at St. John and some of the things that go on there. But you start thinking about it, you think about the city market there.
Right, absolutely.
Reversing Falls. It's kind of neat to see it if you've never seen that.
Sailed through it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, all
at Slack Tide, of course.
Yes, all kinds of shops and restaurants. Not too far away, you've got La Pro Falls and New River Beach. A short little drive in the other direction. You're at my absolutely favorite part of New Brunswick in St. Martin's and the Fundy Trail Parkway. Yeah. Just absolutely spectacular. And I'm not sure if you're giving personal tours, but Dipper Harbour's not too far. Dipper Harbour's not too far away.
Right. Exactly.
Home of Brad James.
Yeah. Come on down to Dipper Harbour, get some lobster. And I'll tell you, St. John, and we've been away for 21 years now, but the city is finally understanding the importance of being a waterfront town and is taking advantage. And to see, as a proud St. Johner, and I love living in Fredericton as well, but just finally the city is taking advantage of the natural beauty it has. And the downtown core with the restaurants and the opportunities and the shops that have sprung up and the pubs and all that comes with it has just been tremendous. So if you're from Nova Scotia or if you're a fan of basketball, get to the Port City, and I guarantee you're going to have a blast. Yeah,
there's going to be lots to do basketball-wise, but even outside of basketball, as we're just saying, all kinds to do. Make yourself a weekend there in St. John. Can't plug it too much. It's just there's lots to happen in St. John. McAfee with the three. That puts the Freeze lead back to 5.
Katie McAfee as well will be leaving New Brunswick. Unfortunately, she's going to the Yukon to teach next year.
Oh, nice block from Butts, but there's going to be a foul on either Butts or McCarthy. Butts and Kilpatrick hit the deck at the end of that one.
A long way to fall for both of those players. One thing that stood out about Kaylee Kilpatrick as well, and Bill, you were on Miramichi when these two teams played, and one of the Freeze players, Rachel Brochu, went down to an injury, a season-ending injury, and after the game, Kaylee was right over to see if she was okay, and it just speaks volumes about her as a person. And she didn't have to go. She doesn't know Rachel, and that just showed the class she has.
Yeah, she's a wonderful individual, and seen her a few times. That gets the fans out of the stands on the big reaction there. Wow, there were several fans jumped onto the floor there. Couple players down. It's McCarthy and Ingalls. Ingalls holding the ankle. Don't like to see that.
Not at all. Erin Ingalls out of St. George, played at Fundy High for longtime B&B coach Ryan Day. Coach Day is not returning to Fundy High this year after a long time. He's got young children that are spread all over the sports landscape, so let's hope Erin's okay.
Yeah, Erin's limping off there. Did put a little bit of weight on the foot that time. Do have staff on hand here to take a look at that. Courtney Thompson will sub in. Let's hope that that's nothing more than a little ankle turn for Ingalls. Sometimes tough to tell on those how serious it is, but she doesn't. She's in pain, but she's not writhing or anything like that over there.
She does have the shoe off, so we'll keep an eye on Erin Ingalls. Hopefully she is back in this game. She's a key component to the Fog.
Oh, nice move by McAfee. Rebound that time by Harris. Uses the off arm out for Baxendale. Hands off for Mitchell. Mitchell on Butts. Thompson on the outside, 8 to shoot.
Oh, that was a dart.
That was a dandy pass and tough catch there. Freeze. Corral the rebound. Daly, she was sizing up the shot. Instead, the Freeze will run the offense up 4. Back outside for Butts. 10 to shoot now for the Freeze. Daly, penetration. Nice take there by Katie Daly. That's the difference of not having Kaylee Kilpatrick on the floor, is that scoop shot's going to work a little better. Shot missed out of the corner. That's Dale Murray on the shot. She's checked in for Port City. Allie McCarthy, too strong. Rebound Mitchell. Mitchell on the rip away for Baxendale. Penny nearly had the steal. Baxendale on the handoff from Mitchell. That one just rims out, but it's into the hands of Baxendale. New 14-second shot clock for Port City. Thompson double teamed. Double dribble called. Not sure the officials agreed there. I thought one was putting the hand up for the foul call and the other one had the double dribble.
This has to be the toughest sport to officiate.
Oh, players
There's
are
so much going on.
Yeah, there's so much going on. Players are turning all different directions and blocked so many times.
So like how many times? I think that was a double dribble, but they have to call it in real time. And we have the benefit of replay as well.
McCarthy gets a shot off. That's a tough shot. Carapace dribbles to the front court for Baxendale. Harris back for Baxendale. Thought about the three-pointer. Now he's going to drive instead. Too strong. Carapace on the putback and score.
Lauren Harris doing a very good job for the Fog. She's been active this evening at both ends. She goes out now. Favor of Grace Tilley, but Harris, again, the former UPEI Panther, is showing some moxie out there.
Yeah, she's been maybe her best game of the season for the Fog. Make on the free throw, cuts us to 3. Speedy for the cutting Daly. Nice reverse too strong off glass, but it's McCarthy on that rebound and put back. There is the flexibility of Ali McCarthy again.
I wouldn't try that in the gym just by myself. Be right out the emergency exit.
Yeah, there's. I know I don't bend that way.
Mitchell's showing some touch tonight from outside.
Mitchell has certainly shown some touch. Didn't see a lot of floor time on that really strong Mount A team this year, so it's great to see her get ample runs here with the fog.
Head coach Tom Scavar will be watching tonight. He'll be enjoying seeing that.
Foul called on the floor. Daly off, Eve McDonald on for Fredericton. Here is Eve with the ball. Eve, as you just mentioned, graduate UNB just this past month or just a couple weeks ago.
Mechanical engineering.
Yeah, mechanical engineering. They're the stories that I love about this league.
So many.
Every
team.
Degrees.
We look at the Nova Scotia with the first responders after that horrible week that Nova Scotia went through with the forest fires, and players that are paramedics, volunteer firefighters, Jody White with Windsor, and just amazing stories.
Yeah, just incredible stories, and we look at them through this lens, as a basketball player, but we want to tell the stories beyond that so much more, the contributions and leadership in the communities that they all have. Some of them, of course, because they're just younger or getting to those stages in their life, and others have been out of school for a while and established in careers, and just so many examples.
Yeah, it's been fun reading about them and getting to know many of the players, getting to know many of the coaches and those involved.
We're in a 1-point game here, final minute of the first half. Enqua can't get that one to go in. She had pretty good position there on Mitchell. Mitchell, good job of just being straight up. Tilley on the spin. Carapace on the fake drive. Draws a foul on the block on Jenny Enqua. And Jessica Carapace can go to the line to give Port City the lead.
She's a handful. She gets in there with that spring step and moves up, and it's easy to get a hand on her trying to defend, and she's by you. That's why she's drawn some fouls and has gone to the free throw line. Ties it up.
That free throw ties it up. Be pretty fitting for these teams to be tied at half, would it not?
No surprise. I think you could play a best of 9 and it would go to 9 games.
That long pass intercepted by Tilley. Tilley for Thompson. Harris look inside for Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Port City.
A three-way passing play there and ended up an easy bucket for Mitchell. She's got 6. That's the first time I've seen that this season.
Yeah, first wedgie I've seen this season.
And there's nothing you can do, and you can never. Oh, there's a Sussex High Sonic going to go in there now and up. Oh, they're going to boo him. You're going to try it again.
Oh, he got it, but it didn't come loose.
And Jenny Enqua up there, so we'll have a little bit of pre-halftime entertainment. There you go.
There we go. So 9.7 seconds to go in the half. That goes as a jump ball, yes? Freeze basketball.
It is freeze ball.
Yeah, that would be on the jump ball. Speedy, 7 on the clock. Speedy reverse, it goes through.
Wow.
What a move by Kylie Speedy. You don't think Speedy is going to be the back-end post player. You see it there, nice move by Speedy. Draw contact, 3 seconds on the clock. Speedy can tie us as we go towards half. Jump ball there. Daly and Harris. This one will go to Port City with 1 second on the game clock here in the half. Folks, don't go too far away at halftime. We will have a halftime interview coming up here, I believe, right at the start of halftime.
Reese Baxendale, I believe, will be the guest of honor.
That's who we're hoping to get over here, is Reese Baxendale. Brad, thanks for joining for me for the first half. We'll get set there for the interview, and be right back. Hi fans, welcome to halftime, joined by Reese Baxendale. Reese, you just said haven't done one of these in a long time. Haven't played in this gym, I'm sure, in a competitive game like this in a long time.
Yeah, it's been since high school, so 6 years now since I've played in this gym.
You're back in this league this year. You didn't play last year at the U Sport level. What's it been like getting back into game action?
Yeah, it's been really fun. It makes me really excited for the fall and joining the Reds team. It's really a competitive league, and it really sets the tone for women's basketball, and it's exciting.
Yeah, and in your home gym, lots of support here.
Yeah, it's great. The tournament was awesome.
Yeah, we've seen some of the plays on the court bring fans to their feet right out onto the court here in the last little bit. Big rejection by your teammate as you sit up one here against this tough Fredericton Freeze team.
Yeah, it was a little rocky first start. I think we were down 8-0 before we scored, so little nerves maybe playing such a big game right now, but I thought we played a really good half and it really grinded it out.
Yeah, it is a big game. It is for the bye on the New Brunswick side, the first place right to the semifinal, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to have to play those 3 games. You mentioned you're back going to UNB. A little bit of UNB coaching connection here to the Dairy Town as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Erin being our coach. I met with her yesterday, so I'm really excited to get started there.
Yeah, and lots of your teammates on the Free side as well. A couple on the Port City side. What's that going to be like when you go back to UNB and suddenly you're playing with the Kylie Speedies, the Katie Butts? That's going to be a pretty special team there.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's nice with this league because it's super competitive, but after you know that you're just friends and you can have a laugh even on the court, so it's really exciting. All together, yeah. Yeah,
you've had a couple fouls in that first half, some nice points there as well. Going to see more from that in the second half. I expect you'll be looking to light it up and take home the win.
Hopefully.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll let you get back to your teammates for the rest of halftime. Folks, come on back in about 12 minutes and we'll have the second half for you.
Thank you. Do you guys spell apple?
Hi fans, welcome back to the Peter McAleen Gymnasium here, Sussex Regional High School. I'm Bill Gibson. This is the Maritime Women's Basketball Association Meta-V matchup of the week. Fredericton Freeze trailing the Port City Fog by 1 here at halftime, 32-31. See some of the sponsors rolling by there on the screen. Royale is a proudly Atlantic Canadian company and a proud supporter of the MWBA as a founding partner. Meta-V, also a founding partner of the league. Meta-V is excited about the potential impact this league will have on the local courts and in the communities. Meta-V is cheering for the league's success. None more fitting sponsor than right here in the Dairy Town. Dairy Farmers of Canada. Dairy Farmers of New Brunswick, PEI, Nova Scotia are proud sponsors of the MWBA. When shopping for groceries, be sure to look for the Dairy Farmers of Canada quality milk logo. This means the product was made with 100% Canadian milk produced according to some of the world's strictest standards. And of course, league sponsors, Cushman Wakefield Realty Atlantic and Sports for Life, as well as Cox and Palmer as the official legal counsel. Game sponsors here in Sussex, Sussex Minor Basketball, Sussex Regional High School, Be Ready Healthcare, as well as Sussex Source for Sports. Thank you for being involved there. And of course, if you are a sponsor, I know there's lots of talk already as I'm going back here on headset. You know about next year in the league and sponsorship opportunities. If you like what you see here in terms of the product and the stories here are just incredible. The basketball stories, the life stories, the examples that the players in this league are setting, Brad. What a great place to put sponsorship money if you're so inclined. I know you're working hard on those fronts. So, chance here, if you are a sponsor out there listening, who do they get in touch with?
Certainly get in touch with me or anybody in the league in terms of wanting to reach out, and it is real. It's not crazy expensive to run an organization, but it's expensive when you start paying gym time and everything else that comes with it. So, what is it? Many hands make light work. So it's we're already starting the process, as are other teams, for 2024, which will be year 3. What's the league going to look like? That's always exciting. We have the product on the floor is tremendous. As good as it was last year, it's even better this year. So what does year 3 spell? And I think there's all kinds of great conversations like the Elam ending that the Canadian Elite Basketball League uses, and I watched the game on Tuesday. It's tremendous. You're never out of it, and things like that. Like, why can't we be innovative like that and look at that? So many things on the table I think will be brought to the table during the off season and see what's out there, because this product is entertaining. There's a good crowd here tonight, good crowds following the league. And if you can add some spice with that type of an ending for basketball, who knows?
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of the Elam ending. I like it in as you said, in that league, the basketball tournament. That one, if you're familiar with ESPN and some of that the coverage they use, that is great there. So look forward to what the league brings next year. Set to go here though for the second half. In fact, we're already in play. McAfee with Butts, Speedy, McCarthy, and Robbie Daly for the Freeze. That's Speedy on the drive, now turns it back outside for Katie McAfee, who makes the 3. That puts the Freeze in front. For Port City, it's Baxendale who can't handle the pass there from Courtney Thompson, along with Kaylee Kilpatrick, Grace Tilley, and Jessica Carapace. Aaron Ingalls turned the ankle there in the first half, has ice on it, Brad.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to get over. Did you get a chance to check?
I did speak with Ingalls, and I never want to see injuries to anybody, and they're going to sit her out. There's no sense bringing her back, because I want her for next weekend, obviously. But she said she's okay, but doing the proper thing.
Oh, good. Glad she's okay. Nice rebound there by Robbie Daly, and uses her length, which she has a lot of, to counteract the length of Kilpatrick on the putback. Freeze get the first 5 points here of quarter number 3, and there's McCarthy on the run. She'll go off glass and again use the body to great lengths there to score against Courtney Thompson.
Ottawa will have 2 New Brunswick players in the lineup next year. Bailey Russell, of course, from Fredericton is going to be GG, so being a lot of Ottawa fans in New Brunswick.
Yeah, it's there'll be a hotbed, I think, on the internet lines from Ottawa to Fredericton to take in a lot of the GG action. And there is McCarthy scoring 2 quickly. Oh, it's great to see Ali back in action here in New Brunswick. Great to see her smiling there. She scores and comes back on defense. Enjoyed watching her through high school, and have missed seeing her personally on the court, as so many New Brunswickers have. Maybe not some of the opponents have missed seeing her so much. But yeah, it's a pleasure to have the players like Ali back in for this league in the summertime.
I'm sure many thought that she was going to sign maybe at UNB. Ali's from Grand Falls, but played at the family moved down. She played at Fredericton High. UNB was certainly in the running. Aggressive pitch to keep Ali in New Brunswick. People do forget she went to Ottawa to play prep as well when she left FHS during the COVID period. So
yes,
she's familiar with the city, that's for sure.
Yeah. So look at the scores from the first half. Courtney Thompson, 2 for the Fog. Grace Tilley added 2. Erin Ingalls, 3. Baxendale, 4. Jessica Carapace, 4. Amelia Mitchell, 7. Lauren Harris, 4. And Kaylee Kilpatrick, league's leading scorer, is 18.7. Only 3 in the first half, Brad.
Talking to Paul Hickey, the general manager of Port City, at halftime, and he said close game, and Kaylee hasn't erupted yet. She's had lots of looks and lots of shots, and she's that train that you're just waiting for, like when's it going to pull into the station, and just ever dangerous. She is. Kaylee Kilpatrick's in a scoring race battle with Carissa Cajarini with the Thunder, which is in action tonight, so a lot of eyes will be on that. This will be the last game for Carissa. The regular season will be done with the Thunder.
Yeah, and scores for the Freeze in the first half. Kylie Speedy, 5. Katie Daly, 3. Robbie Daly, 5. Katie Butts, 5. Katie McAfee, 3. And Ali McCarthy, 8. Kilpatrick on the rebound, out for Thompson. Thompson against Speedy. We'll look for the turnaround. Good defense by the Freeze. That's a scores mentality, though, to get right in there. With nice move by Thompson. Just can't get it to go off the glass. Daly loses the handle. I think off her knee that time, Brad.
One extra dribble. And you're right, Thompson, again, slight in stature, but she doesn't mind going to the dirty areas, and she battled there. Her and Kilpatrick worked very well together as well. Not their first rodeos.
Yeah, we've mentioned, a lot of these names already, but the MWBA Player of the Week presented by Royale. Tony Bianchini, she had her absolute great weekend. Brad, Ali McCarthy, the Freeze nominee. Carissa Cajarini of the Thunder. Kelly Kilpatrick of the Fog. Kate Gallan of the Edge, and Abby Miller of the Mystics. Some really good names there in the running for Player of the Week.
Bianchini was very good on Sunday against the Freeze, just dictated at will. And when you have somebody like Hannah Brown with her skill and experience, and Bianchini was finding the right outlets, and Widmeyer went off in the first half as well. A lot of weapons with the Hornets.
There's Kilpatrick scoring 2 on the rebound. Robbie Daly answers with 2 at the other end.
Trading buckets.
Yeah, I was going to say, the teams are on the run here. There's Daly you see on the replay, inside for Kilpatrick against Butts. Kaylee's going to go to work here. Reverse lay-in, Kaylee Kilpatrick. Oh no, it rimmed out. Kilpatrick, a little tough shooting night there. That's a bunny that she doesn't miss too often. Inside for Daly, pass a little too strong. Picked up by Tilley for Kilpatrick, ahead for Thompson. She's going to shoot the jump shot, and the rainbow goes through for Courtney Thompson. Thompson, another player, reminds me, or Ali reminds me a little bit of Courtney Thompson in her game. Both very calm, don't seem ever flapped on the court about anything.
It takes a lot for them to show emotion, that's for sure. There is nothing to choose between either of these teams.
No, there's very little. One team goes on a run and the other team comes right back. This one could go down to the wire. Katie Daly has checked in for Katie McAfee. Thompson Thought we were going to Kilpatrick there. Instead, it was a look for Lauren Harris, who has checked into the game for Port City. Deflected away by the Freeze. Kilpatrick against Butts.
Nice little fake pass and into the rim for Kaylee Kilpatrick as she goes to the line. Chance to tie it up.
Yeah, it looked like pretty good defense up top, but I think called with the body underneath. And again, veteran move by Kilpatrick to draw the foul. He gets the veteran roll on the rim.
First on Butts as well, which is impressive considering she's going head-to-head against Kilpatrick.
Kilpatrick ties us at 42. 5:55 on the clock here in quarter 3. Butts for 3. That one goes through. Katie Butts' second three-pointer of the game. Give her 8 points on the night. See if Kilpatrick looks to answer with 3 of her own. Instead, it's the pass to the cutting Thompson, who has tough luck on the layup as it rims out. McCarthy picks up the dribble, finds Speedy. Daly is open in the corner. Rebound, Thompson. Pace is picked up here. There is Kilpatrick trying to answer the three-pointer. Instead, it's a rebound for Allie McCarthy. Katie Daly will shoot the three-pointer, and that's nothing but net. You could hear that snap from way over here. That's a twine snapper.
Offense is picked up on both sides. The compete level.
Yeah, the compete level is really high here in this corner. Baxendale can't make the three-pointer. Rebound.
Kevin Daly. Katie Butts had control of the ball and lost. I don't think she ever had full control of it and lost it. And Coach Daly just grimaced on the sidelines. I'll tell you, this is an education for Katie Butts as well. The University of New Brunswick Reds going up against Kaylee Kilpatrick. Only going to make her stronger for AUS next year, and head coach Aaron McAleen.
Yeah, one of the games in Fredericton, I interviewed Katie Butts, brought up that very topic. She was absolutely excited to play against some of the top posts in this league that have been the better players from a post perspective in the AUS.
You think of the Allie Berries, the Hannah Browns, Kaylee Kilpatrick's, Leah St. Pierre, like just a wealth of talent of bigs that know how to play.
Yeah, and I think Butts has got to get that three-point shot in action here for the Freeze a little bit more than maybe the Reds had her use last year, and that's turning into a weapon.
Yeah, it's about development as well. That's what everybody, when you talk about stories, her story is to get better for UNB.
Yeah. And Butts, just another great story. The sneaker initiative that she led there at UNB is an official as well in the game in the Fredericton area through the wintertime.
In a sport that's crying for more female officials, it's great to see.
Yeah, and Freeze score again, go up 10. Don't think there's too many young players going to argue too long with Katie Butts at Butts' size as an official, and that's what the game needs. Needs the Katie Buttses of the world, involved in officiating, and hopefully, she has a long playing career ahead, hopefully, but when that's over, hopefully she keeps going with the officiating as well. McCarthy, another tough move. What a score by Allie McCarthy. Wow.
I just heard a fan just yell, wow.
Freeze lead up to 12. This is their biggest margin of the game. They were up 8-0 early, and Port City came back. Jaden Penny now who's on. Good defense by Jaden Penny. He's going to draw the jump ball. Great hustle. That's Jaden Penny sort of in a nutshell right there, Brad.
Absolutely tenacious, not going to quit on the play. Kaylee Kilpatrick taking a breather, and Fredericton taking advantage of that. For what we have here coming on now, I thought Port City had called a timeout, but we do have some subs, and Kilpatrick is back in the game to try to quell this uprising as Robbie Daly departs.
So for the Freeze, it's McCarthy, Bowers, Katie Daly, Jaden Penny, and Jenny Enqua. Enqua there with the ball. Enqua out of the Toronto area.
in Halifax tonight. Thunder going for its 10th straight win, trying to cap an undefeated season. It leads Windsor 69-37 late in the third quarter.
Not quite as much scoring here, but it is Fredericton up by 12. So similar storyline as last season for the Thunder. Can they cap off the undefeated season with the Legacy Cup Championship? We'll find out next weekend. Shaping up to be a great weekend of basketball. We'll know tonight exactly what the seedings are in both provinces. We'll know the matchups for next weekend by the time this one is over, or when this one is over.
And the Thunder can come at you in waves as well. Just 1 through 11 on that roster, or 1 through 12 is pretty dynamic.
Yeah, and as you said, it only takes the one game where they're off and the other team is on in that championship weekend. So you can't afford to have any letdowns. 4 to shoot. Penny on the drive, now 2 to shoot. Steps out of bounds. Kilpatrick again changed that. So Brad, we talked a little bit about, here in Sussex, and talked about other great basketball towns. You're in Miramichi. Talked on a little bit on St. Stephen. Want to get a quick mention in here. St. Stephen, home to world oldest basketball court. Their big tournament of golf is coming up this summer, August 13th to 15th. That's the Archie. Very similar to last year. Goes in St. Andrews, Algonquin. Kitchen party, celebs. I'm told there's a special musical guest that's not yet announced. Thearchie.ca if you're interested in that, or search World's Oldest Basketball Court. And I know we already mentioned earlier about potential to, for an MWBA game there in St. Stephen in the border town.
Yeah, the plan has been hatched.
Yeah,
so that's the main thing, and it's good that it's June and we're talking about next April. So
yeah,
we certainly want to get down, and that is another basketball mad town, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of check marks here on the things to talk about for the game.
Joey Slip will be polishing up the chipping wedge, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure, for sure. Nice follow by Jaden Penny. She's going to draw the foul. She will go to the free throw line. Penny played at St. Thomas this past season. After playing a little bit at UMB, I think a season or two.
Tremendous soccer player growing up
Tremendous
as
soccer
well.
player growing up. Penny was a 6.6 rebound person last season at Stu, and a better than 75% free throw shooter. So we'll see if the announcer's jinx happens again.
It's like saying carrying a no-hitter into the ninth, eh? You're not supposed to say anything.
And she looked pretty good on that one. 5'10" length as a soccer keeper will play, and it'll play on the basketball court as well, particularly when you're as active and athletic as Jaden is.
Quick hands, quick hands.
Threes now by 14. Kilpatrick on the drive, knocked out of bounds by Penny. And you see the defense of Jaden Penny on display here on this. Yeah, good reach in there by Penny on the knockaway on Kilpatrick before she could even get the shot up.
Hogg needs something here, Bill, run-wise.
Carapace on the miss, rebound, Katie Daly. Daly on the push out. Daly for Bowers. Getting Enqua on the board. She can do a lot of damage on the offensive boards. There she is, handing off for Katie McAfee. Shoots the 18-footer, front rim. Rebound for Harris. Off for Baxendale. You want to see a run. Baxendale can start it. Just like that, she gets into the body of Katie Daly and still finishes.
Yeah, Baxendale off to UNB, so there's a lot of Reds connections here. Of course, was a star at UPEI. Went to the Panthers under Greg Gould. Finished with Matt Gamblin, part of that bronze medal U Sports team. And we'll go down in folklore and UPEI history. Thought she was finished, did some traveling, and coming back for a 5th year. So good on Reese Baxendale and good on UNB.
Yeah, and halftime interview, she's very excited to get back playing, and the value in this league for Reese to be able to do that instead of going into UNB cold next year, just tremendous. And of course, Sussex connection, and I do know how to spell it, Reese.
There you go. Baxendale certainly familiar with Aaron McAleenan and Peter Kelly. Peter Kelly coached her at basketball New Brunswick level as well, an assistant coach at UNB. So lots of connections there and familiarity. And of course, you would know a lot of the players as the Freeze strikes late.
Yeah, that's Jenny Enqua with the long-range jump shot. Freeze by 13, 17 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Baxendale guarded by McDonald for Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick, Baxendale, three-pointer. Oh, I thought that one was going to be through for sure. Tough luck there on the rim. Bowers on the run out for McAfee, who launches the three-pointer, and it's good. Katie McAfee has a knack for buzzer beaters.
Lower in Oxford.
Yes.
You been to Lower in Oxford?
I have been to Lower in Oxford.
Boy.
I've been to a lot of places in New Brunswick.
Hank Snow.
Yes. That's a name that a lot of people won't know. 61-45 for the Freeze.
The loss of Aaron Ingalls as well, going down in the first half with an ankle injury, and if you get a shot at the Fog bench, he still has that wrapped in ice, and that's certainly hurt the Fog's depth and just skill level. Ingalls, critical player in this Fog lineup.
So that's a big quarter for the Freeze. That's a 30-13 quarter, putting up 30 spot in the third here. That bodes well for the Freeze outcome in this one. As the Fog are stuck 16 here going into the fourth quarter. If my math is at all any good, I think that's correct, 16 points. That's one of those hard ones where you got to carry the one, right? You got to bring the one back over.
Throw a letter in there just to really confuse me. Andre Vigneault, the voice of the Fog, made the trip as well to Sussex. Public address, made his mark when Basketball New Brunswick hosted nationals a few years ago. He's theatrical and earned a lot of fans across the country for his signature boom on three-pointers. So he gets into it as he draws the 50-50 number.
Yeah, so you've already mentioned the Thunder-Windsor game tonight. A couple more remaining games on the league schedule. Fredericton and Moncton, that's going to go June 10th. That's Saturday, 1 p.m., Fredericton High School. So that's the last chance if you're a Fredericton fan to see them at home.
And UNB's very popular Schools Out Shootout, an under 14, just to smash, I think, 36, 37 teams in town. Tremendous. My girls had an opportunity to play in that when they were kids. And hopefully a lot of those fans, and they know about it through Coach Speedy, come to our game as well if they get an opportunity. Because under 14, of course, across the MWBA gets in free. So it'd be great to see the kids out at the gymnasium for a matinee tilt.
Yeah, that's one of my, I say it, there's a lot of favorite parts of the league here, but just to see the interactions of the players and the youth is just, it melts even a cold heart like mine.
Oh, you got a big heart, Gibby.
Other games this weekend on Sunday.
Big start to the fourth quarter. Tilly with a three.
Windsor and Avonview, that's going to, Windsor and the Hornets, that's going to go at 1 o'clock at Avonview, and to wrap up the schedule, Port City at Moncton, at Harrison Trimble at 4. Your remaining games on the league schedule. There's a big bucket, as you said, for Port City. They get the miss there and come up court with Thompson. Score here would be big. Kilpatrick instead will draw the foul, where she's almost automatic going to the free throw line.
Wouldn't surprise me to see Kaylee start going a little more to the bucket. She is a force to be reckoned with. Chances are she's going to go on the line, so she's carried the Fog a number of times. Comes up short on that one as she knuckles the floor. As nice as Kaylee Kilpatrick is, and those who know her will back that up, she has some serious competitive fire.
You have to have serious competitive fire to play at the levels that Kaylee has had, of course. Played pro, Division I in the U.S. Standing resume, played for New Hampshire, pro in Ireland, Australia, Germany. There's Katie Butts on the score. Katie Butts looks like she's having a lot of fun tonight for some reason.
Well, she wasn't feeling well prior to the game, but this might make her feel a little bit better. It was funny coming into Sussex, though, and hearing them talking about Mrs. Dunster's Donuts. It's like, it's great that small town Sussex has a place that everybody knows donuts. I'm not a donut eater, but hey, success. Sweet success.
Yeah, sweet success there. There's Kilpatrick. And I think we'll see a steady diet of Kaylee Kilpatrick getting offensive touches. Look for maybe a bit of into the post kick out to Tilly, Baxendale, and Thompson on the shots. I know we've seen Baxendale, Thompson go to the net a lot, but thinking down 14, pop off a few three-pointers. Kilpatrick gets a buzzer beater off that rimmed out. Oh, and Tilly on the rebound as the Freeze can't put a fork in it. Thompson, power step off glass, scores
nice
2.
move.
Wow. Yeah, that's a scorer's move for sure.
Port City has taken advantage of some miscues by Fredericton most of the evening. We got to get back into this game as Butts comes up short on that one. Here's another opportunity for Port City.
Baxendale. Lots and lots of contact there. But to look forward to seeing this on the replay. Is any of the Freeze players set? A couple step-ins there, I think. I don't think they were. I think they had the guarding position established as Baxendale exploded to the hoop.
So Katie Mack and Reese would have played together through provincial ball, certainly know each other. So a little exchange of high fives there. Katie got rocked pretty good there. Timeout on Fredericton's behalf.
Lead is 12 for the Freeze, 8:17, pardon me, to go here.
So one more time, I want to remind you.
Again, a chance to give a shout out to the sponsors, founding sponsors of the league. Medavie, Royale, Dairy Farmers of Canada, Cushman Wakefield, Realty Atlantic, Sports for Life, Cox and Palmer, game sponsors, Sussex Minor Basketball, Sussex Regional High School, Be Ready Healthcare. That's one of my favorite names all of a sudden. I
you're
love that
fired
one.
up.
Fired up about that one.
Yes.
And of course, Sussex Source for Sports.
See, if you become a sponsorship entity in the MWBA, you're just rolling off the tongue there.
Rolling off there.
It's awesome.
And well, we almost had to make a stop on the way down for some shoes at Source for Sports. We had a little backtrack in Fredericton. Somebody didn't have their sneakers quite ready. Not going to say who, but they're having a pretty good game now that they got their shoes going.
Well, my first thought was I could probably loan my sneakers until I found out they were size 12, so I was out of the running there.
I wasn't going to say the size, so that probably gives it away as to which one of the Freeze players caused the backtrack there.
Reese just off a bit tonight from Threeville.
Yeah,
she
was genuinely excited to be playing here in the gym. And,
absolutely.
Yeah, in the interview, and I think keyed up just a little bit.
Yeah, you could see it when she came out, especially for the starting lineup as well. She was just grinning from ear to ear, smiling like a butcher's dog waiting to be announced, and she did get a
6 years. 6 years since she played competitive game in this gym.
Madeline Belding, the FOG coach, just felt like it was surreal coming back in here. And she was a heck of a player as well. Went on to play at Acadia until injuries took over. Now she's building quite a coaching resume.
It's going to be a foul on Kilpatrick.
Madeline coached UBC, assistant coach, and then landed at Windsor with Chantal Vallée. Coached there for 5 years. Now she's back in New Brunswick, working in Fredericton, actually. And she's coaching this year the national level for New Brunswick's under 15. There's Baxendale
on the steal. Suddenly we're back to a 9-point game as the FOG have made a run. This game's going to get closer yet, I think, Brad.
Fredericton has to protect the ball, but Port City's doing a heck of a job of knocking it away.
Butts misses the three.
And here's where things can turn right here, and Baxendale leading the charge.
For Kilpatrick. Back for Baxendale. Baxendale. Yeah, she's done that a lot in high school, right into the paint, off the glass.
She gets hot, look out.
Now back to 7. Nice run from the FOG. Freeze a little bit in love with the long shot here, and they're not dropping right now. That's Speedy. Outside for Butts, another long shot, another miss, but it's Katie Daly on the rebound. She will put it back up for 2 points. Big points.
Underrated Katie Daly.
Oh, and talk about great stories of basketball perseverance. The knee injury for
Daly. 2
Daly.
knee injuries, same knee, just awful. And somebody that has gone through an ACL injury, I know how hard it is to come back, and she did it twice.
That one, I think, hurt the shoulder of Robbie Daly there.
Trading buckets again. This game's had some crazy ebbs and flows.
Butts looking inside, deflected by Port City. That's going to stay. Freeze ball. Ali McCarthy will come back in.
I thought Fredericton doing too much trying to force that ball when it's not there. Athletes like Karepe is going out now, and Harris has had a very good game. Kirkpatrick gets in the way, disrupts Tilly. There's just a lot of disruptors out there on the Fog.
Yeah, just watch Robbie Daly there on the bench a little bit. See if that shoulder is.
It's okay.
A little bit of trouble there. Bowers has just checked in outside for Katie McAfee. McAfee from 15 feet is clean. Baxendale for Thompson. Guarded by Katie Daly. Kilpatrick picks up the dribble, cross-court pass to the corner. Grace Tilly.
Might have been deflected.
Yeah, she doesn't usually miss by quite that much, so we'll say deflected. Long outside shot. Katie Butts, that one short. Kilpatrick, Thompson. Kilpatrick, yeah, she's going to make that almost automatically. That's a free throw for Kaylee Kilpatrick. Back to a 7-point lead.
Freeze has seen this movie before too, because remember Port City wiped out a deficit in the season opener.
That one called on the floor.
Kirkpatrick with 3 fouls, 5:20 left. Timeout called.
Yeah, if there's anybody that can play with 3 fouls, it's Kaylee Kilpatrick. Particularly, I think, with Katie Butts going to the bench, Jenny Enqua checking in for the Freeze. For Jenny to play some tight defense on Kaylee.
5:20 to play in this one. That's the first foul on Tilly. Both teams with 2 fouls as well, so this will come down to the stretch.
Yeah, and sometimes you want to have those fouls already given up in the quarter if you have to send another team to the line. Still lots of time left, though. 5:20 to play.
Lifetime. It's amazing how that clock works. If you're down, it feels like there's no time, and if you're up, it feels like there's, the quarter is just starting. Peter Hickey on the Port City bench. Hickey family. John, Paul, and Peter, synonymous with basketball in this province. I don't think there's a team out there they haven't coached.
They've coached a lot of them. So the Fog have already eaten 9 points off the Freeze lead here. They started the quarter with in the first under 5 minutes. Daly tees up the 3-pointer.
Port City
the heel.
Not allowing Fredericton inside at all, Bill. Big possession right here.
Kilpatrick to the bench. Mitchell on to give Kilpatrick some time. Baxendale. Guarded by Bowers. 5 to shoot off for Courtney Thompson. Thompson will try that power step move again. It doesn't go down. Rebound is fought for into the hands of Leah Bowers. McCarthy. Oh, with a nice pass to Katie Daly and a great finish by Katie Daly. Blocked there for a second with some folks going by in front of us, but certainly we saw enough of that play to know it was a great pass and a great finish.
Some well-dressed kids here rocking the bow ties as well.
Yes, there certainly are. 9-point Freeze lead, 4:05 to go, quarter 4.
Question
Harris draws the foul on Enqua.
When do you get Kilpatrick back in?
Yeah, and make a good coach, Brad. Here she comes right in right now.
Yep. Wasn't going to be a long rest. Big free throws coming up by Harris as well. Lucky 13 at the line.
Harris, about 3 points per game in the league last season, about 2 this year. Katie Butts checks back in for Katie Daly. So for the Freeze, Speedy, McAfee, Robbie Daly, Katie Butts, and Allie McCarthy. The Port City Fog, that's Harris on the line, Carapace, Kilpatrick, Baxendale, and Thompson. Be surprised we see Grace Tilley in the 3-point shooting back into this one in not too long. 8-point game with 4 to play. McAfee, cross-court pass for Allie McCarthy, rims out into the hands of Reese Baxendale. Courtney Thompson takes the quick jump shot.
Dangerous.
Makes it a 6-point game. 2 possessions now separating these teams. Freeze has seen 10 points off their lead disappear in this quarter. Speedy to the lane. Jammed herself on the rim. 1 possession game here with a score from deep. That's Kilpatrick, step back. She's going to think about making it a 1 possession game. Carapace on the rebound, hands it off. Foul on the putback was Harris.
Twice in the last minute, Harris has been on the line, so she's going to the tough areas, getting the calls.
And when you're up 6, you don't want the opponent scoring with the clock stop. Of course, the Fog will take it.
Full credit to Port City. Erin Ingles going down.
Yeah, Harris has stepped up. She's had a great game.
Has. Mitchell's played well for Port City.
It's going to be out off Kilpatrick.
Big call there as we duck under 3 minutes.
Yeah, a freeze bucket here would be really big for them. Stop really big for Port City. Let's see what we get in this possession. That's a 3-pointer, Ken, by Robbie Daly.
Port City offering to give the Freeze that corner, and Daly knocked it down.
Big bucket there as we creep to 2.5 to play. Carapace can answer, rebound McCarthy. Ahead for Robbie Daly. Robbie Daly back for Allie McCarthy. Into the post for Katie Butts. Katie Butts draws the foul. I thought she was going to get the 2 there as well. That was close to going down.
It's been a fun battle to watch with Kilpatrick and Butts.
I think they've both been having fun, and that's one of the first times we've seen Katie Butts get that deep in the post, and that's a big catch this late in the game for Katie Butts.
Fredericton now clock management becomes critical this juncture. You don't have to run down and jack it up. 24-second clock can be your friend.
Butts out of Ottawa, Ontario. You mentioned plays for UNB. Working as a tourism summer ambassador here in New Brunswick.
Had some cookies today with the New Brunswick tourism logo on it.
What a fun job that would be, and what a great personality. Great hire there by the province for the summer in Katie Butts. Nice ball movement by Port City results in a great shot. Carapace can't get it to go, and with 2 to play, frees up 10. McCarthy into the front court. It's going to be a moving screen on Katie Butts. Couple players down there.
Carapace took that one in the beak. Going to go to the line? Nope. $1:56 to go on this one.
That is 5th foul on the Freeze. So from here on out, it will be bonus for Port City. They can use it down 10. Takeaway by the Freeze. McAfee down on the floor, jump ball, possession arrow, favors.
Everybody up for the face-off in Bloor's Madeline Belding. Looks like it must be Freeze ball just the way Coach Belding's reacting, but I'm not sure.
Freeze ball is waiting for a direction point there. The official running the other end of the floor should have probably been my clue, but didn't quite clue into that. McCarthy into butts, back for McCarthy. Going to be a foul on Carapace. She didn't think so, but it's only the team's 4th, I believe.
Some argument whether she had enough time to get that ball over the timeline. Called a foul instead. Might have got Fredericton off the hook on that.
15 on the shot clock. That's exactly what you're referring to there. Of course, it takes a little bit to stop the clock after the whistle. Oh, McCarthy on the nice move. Tough shot. Made up and deflected. Fog need to score here. Baxendale can't get it. Good hustle by Kilpatrick on the rebound. Little reverse lay-in for Kaylee Kilpatrick.
Perseverance.
Yeah, absolute perseverance. And, he never gave up on that shot. Never thought that layup was going to go in. Never assume. 8-point game. Speedy poked in the eye on that one. Courtney Thompson will, display great sportsmanship by checking on.
Sends Speedy to the line with a little bit of water in her eye. Shakes that off. That's the first one down.
It didn't seem to matter any. I'm just going to say Speedy's a North Sider.
Been in the gym a lot. Full credit to her. She takes pride in her shooting.
Speedy sends the lead back to 10. So again, winner of this one will get the top seed in New Brunswick. Won't matter what the outcome of the 2 games that are left. First Moncton and Fredericton Saturday 1 FHS, and then Port City goes to Moncton Sunday at 4 o'clock at Harrison Trimble. Moncton could only get to 5 wins total, and they do not have either of the tiebreakers against Port City and Fredericton. Even if Fredericton holds on to win this, they lose to Moncton. Port City beats Moncton. Fredericton and Port City would be tied, but Fredericton, by virtue of winning here, would have the tiebreaker.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, there's a lot, but suffice to say, in all of that, the winner of this is the number 1 seed in New Brunswick. The loser goes as the 2 seed, would play the quarterfinal on Friday evening. Moncton is already locked in against Halifax Hornets as one of the quarterfinals.
Gibby, one thing about that you bring to the broadcast is absolute preparation. It's incredible the work you do and the passion you have for it. So as I sit here beside you, and I'm glad you gave me the green light to join you, like, your preparation is second to none in the league. It's tremendous.
I certainly enjoy it, and always have to be prepared to have more to talk about than you think you'll ever need to.
100%.
And some things that you do try to get in, and absolutely, pleasure promoting the game in general, but in particular this league. It's a ton of fun, and I do enjoy it, and pleased to be here, and privileged to be here to promote these women in sport.
Aurora Production, Maritime Athletic Profiles as well, playing huge roles in the success of this league. Anybody can watch it. We're getting viewers from literally all over the world. It's fantastic.
And McCarthy misses there. 30 seconds to go. Still a 10-point Freeze lead. Kilpatrick drains the 3-pointer. Pro Sussex crowd hasn't given up on Port City. Whistle blown. Subs in. Not sure why we blew the whistle on that one.
No, that's I don't think you're the only one confused. Officials having to talk about it now just to figure out, is Kevin Daly eavesdropped in behind?
Yeah, I think Kevin Daly will be okay with these substitutions as Baxendale, Kilpatrick, and Carapace go to the bench with 24 to go here and down 7. Not that the Fog players coming on the court are certainly any lesser players, but you get the league's leading scorer in Kilpatrick on the bench and an explosive scorer like Baxendale here with 30 seconds to go and a 7-point lead. I think Coach Daly will take that. McAfee for Speedy. Final 13 seconds, just a little bit less on the shot clock. Courtney Thompson gives a foul. 11 seconds to go on a 7-point lead. I think it's pretty safe. You think it's safe now to?
Well, you know, Yogi Berra is somewhere talking over her shoulder, but with 11 seconds left until they draw up a 12-point play.
Yeah, that's big scores there from Speedy. I think that one puts this one on ice for the Freeze. If you allow me to use that little bit of punnery.
That's it.
Final score in this one. The Freeze, powered by that massive third quarter explosion of 30 points, will take this one 78-69. Freeze with the bye to the semifinals next weekend. That's going to go at TD Station. Tickets are on sale there, TD Station box office. Brad, entertaining game. These teams so
Very
closely matched. It came back, pretty close there. It was a 2-possession game late in this one. The Freeze responded well to it. We'll stick around here for players of the game for sure, and then we'll wrap up. But fans, get yourself out. A couple games left. 2 here in New Brunswick, 1 in Avonview High School with Windsor. If you are out there watching, get out, support these women. Get to TD Station next weekend. I'm going to have to get a little swear jar every time I say the wrong name. Put in a quarter, because I couldn't afford the loonie because I say it so much.
Congratulations also to Halifax Thunder, finished 10-0, a 107-53 win at home tonight over the Windsor Edge. So Thunder will be bringing its act to TD Station.
That's a pile of points. Is that Robbie Daly and Courtney Thompson, players of the game? Robbie Daly, player of the game for sure.
Courtney and Robbie, certainly longtime friends, so they're catching up.
Former teammates?
Yeah.
At Dow.
At Dow.
And Reese Baxendale, the player of the game. Probably had that one written down on the envelope before the game started, maybe. Reese, a great game here. Just joking.
Well. Absolutely.
Just joking at that. So that'll do it here from the Peter McAleenan Gymnasium here at the Sussex Regional High School. For Brad Janes, I'm Bill Gibson. It will be the Fredericton Freeze, #1 seed from New Brunswick, going into Legacy Cup weekend next weekend at TD Station. Folks, get yourself there. It's going to be an absolute barn burner of a weekend. Tons of stuff to do in St. John. Lots of stuff in the area as well. Again, my privilege to bring you this one. The Freeze come on the road here, the neutral site, and take it. And with it, the #1 seed in New Brunswick. Folks, tune in on the weekend. Saturday, 1 FHS, 4 o'clock Sunday at Harrison Trimble High School and Avonview High School, 1 o'clock on Sunday as well for the remaining regular season games. We know who's playing who, though, next weekend. It's underway Friday night at TD Station in St. John. Have a good evening, folks, and remember, come on back, check out some of this great action yourself.